JUxTWO, and as you can see, I'm about to complete Bloodbath. But if we rewind just a short 90 days, I was just starting Stereo Madness.
Yep, keep going. Yep, just like that. We won that. We won that. Let's get it.
Now you might be wondering how I got here. There's no way he went from Stereo Madness to beating Bloodbath in just 90 days. Well, I'm here to tell you I did it. And I did it with the help of ZOINK himself. It's the dude JUxTWO, you already know, and if you do not, then you are about to as you come along with us in this journey to how I beat Bloodbath after only 3 months of playing the game. I'm going to be going through my progression. I'm going to be talking about which levels I beat along the way, tips ZOINK gave me, and more. If y'all are ready, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want to see, but until then, let's get it! This whole journey started one day when I decided that I just wanted to drop a Geometry Dash YouTube video. Yes! I can hear you? I had obviously seen the game before, and I had played the game a little bit when I was younger. I was on a phone, and I never had actually beaten any levels, only practice mode, because I was indeed ass. I could not beat not a single level. Well, with me doing variety YouTube, I wanted to try Geometry Dash to see if I could actually get good at it in my current age. That was a mistake. Only if I go back and tell myself that this is gonna be a horrible, annoying, painful journey. So the first Geometry Dash video I ended up posting 3 months ago was titled, "This is the easiest rage game ever, Geometry Dash Part 1. Some of you guys may have seen it, some of you guys may have not. If not, go check it out. You already know. I ended up going through the beginning of the game pretty easy. I beat the first couple levels in a couple attempts, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 10 to 20 attempts in the first Rob Top levels. It didn't really take me too long to beat these. And then the second part I ended up making was called,
Really, dude?
Now, hold on. If you guys are wondering where ZOINK's at, yo, don't get impatient. Relax. He's coming soon. You guys just gotta wait till we get to it. He ended up coaching me through most of my entire Bloodbath journey. The second video I ended up posting was titled, "Why is this rage game easy? Geometry Dash Part 2. In this video, I ended up beating 3 levels. I went through Jumper, Time Machine, as well as Cycles. The attempt counts were staying the same. They were staying around 20 to 40, I believe. And now that I'm looking back and I know how regular progression works, I was progressing unusually fast. And this is what sparked up a lot of notice for me in the GD community. People were saying I was the next ZOINK, or I was going to be a GD Pro, or eventually beat top 1s, etc.
Wrong.
Obviously, I'm taking all these with a grain of salt because I know that it's too early to tell if I'm going to be good at the game or not. So instead, I just keep playing it for fun, and we're going to see where this goes. The third video I ended up posting was titled, "Was this rage game supposed to be hard? Geometry Dash Part 3. As you can see, I was very cocky. I was very confident in my ability in the first couple of videos playing these easy ass Rob Top levels. In this video, I ended up beating Clutterfunk, Electroman Adventures, as well as Theory of Everything. And that marks the journey before our first ever demon. Yes, guys, it only took me 4 videos to beat my first ever demon in Geometry Dash. Guys, now that might seem a little absurd and that might seem a little crazy. It would take me 454 attempts, or 445 attempts actually, which I thought was a lot, and I still do think is a lot to this day. I think more than 500 attempts on an easy demon is a lot. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm too strict, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Yes, but the 4th video I posted was titled 545 attempts later. We finally did it, our first demon, Geometry Dash Part 4. Yes, we ended up beating our first demon. This is one of my best accomplishments. It ended up being Club Step. I went in order and beat all the Rob Top levels first, and I really enjoyed Club Step. I really like Club Step as a level. I did end up being Ship and Wave carried slightly right now. Ship is definitely my best game mode, as well as Wave probably being a second. Call me high refresh rate carried. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god! Wow!
The next video I posted, guys, was "This rage game just gets easier and easier." As you can see, I'm keeping up the cocky persona. I'm trying to keep people coming back, thinking that I think this game is easy. It was smart, it was strategic, and I did it amazingly. But yes, in this video, I ended up beating 3 more levels. I ended up beating the levels Blast Processing, Hexagon Force, as well as Electrodynamics. And all those levels were relatively easy. I think they took me around 40 to 60 attempts. Moving on to our next ever demon, Theory of Everything 2. In the next video we posted, it was titled 430 attempts. What the freak is this level? My reaction says it all. Geometry Dash Part 6. This actually took me less attempts than the first one, only 430. I thought Theory of Everything 2 was much easier than Club Step. I did enjoy the level very much, and I did like the song a lot. But it was overall an easy level that I sped through pretty quickly. The next video I posted on Geometry Dash ended up being my first 2.2 levels. I ended up beating Geometrical Dominator, Finger Dash, as well as Dash. I did end up beating the platformer levels as well, but we're not going to talk about that because I feel like that's not really relevant to Bloodbath and the progression. Now that we are done with the Rob Top recap, as I like to say, we are going to be getting into the juice, meat, and potatoes of my real progression, as well as when ZOINK joined us for the journey. I promise you, he's going to just give it a couple more seconds, guys. The first community level demon I ended up beating, drumroll, was B. Yes, B. This level, guys, oh my gosh, my first ever medium demon. This level was annoying. I am so bad at spider and ball, which is majority of this level, or the hard parts of this level, and I was tortured. It ended up taking me 600 attempts, my highest attempt count yet. It was insane, guys. I was not expecting it. And then after that, we ended up going to our second ever medium demon, skeletal shenanigans. Guys, this learny ass, shitty ass level. Guys, I hate Swingcopter a lot. And they have some in this level, so I hate it off rip. I don't care. But yes, I ended up being skeletal shenanigans. I think it took me somewhere around 1,000 attempts. I stopped putting the attempt count in this part of my journey because it was going to take a lot each level. Yeah. But now, after we finally beat skeletal shenanigans, we have our first ever hard demon. Yes, hard demon. The demon I ended up picking up for my first ever hard demon actually ended up being 9 circles. And it's probably not that surprising. It's a very popular first hard demon that people go to. It ended up only taking me about 2,982 attempts total, with me only taking 2 streams to beat this level. Now, mind you, in the context of the situation, people were already thinking I was going to be the next pro, the next ZOINK, etc. And then I go and I beat 9 circles in 2 days as my first hard demon. It could seem a little suspicious. People were like, what? No way, etc. Then we go to my next hard demon. This is where it gets better, and this is where ZOINK comes in. My second demon I ended up picking ended up being Forest Temple. And the video was titled, At ZOINK, watch me beat my new hardest. Never celebrate too early. This level was iconic in my community because it's known for the 93% fail. The most useless, stupidest fail. Roll the clip. Let's go! No, what? What? And this is also where ZOINK ended up finding me. He ended up popping in one of my streams out of nowhere and watched me beat Frozen. I meant Forest Cave. I meant Forest Temple. This is when ZOINK came in my chat and he ended up watching me beat Forest Cave. This is when ZOINK ended up joining chat and stream and actually ended up watching me beat Frozen Temple. Forest Temple, Forest Temple. This is when ZOINK ended up joining chat, subscribing, and watching me beat Forest Temple. With Forest Temple only taking me 1,700 attempts in only 1 stream, guys, 1. You can see I was putting up more than rookie numbers as a rookie. And after that, we get to my first insane demon, Windy Landscape. Yes, guys, you heard me right. It is Windy Landscape, my first ever. Now, this level was torture. Guys, I ended up bringing out the infamous hat for the first time. If you know, you know. But this level was so learny and so frustrating to learn with me jumping and just being horrible. In this level, we actually ended up dying at 92%, 93%, 94%, 95%. We died at every percent. It was actually horrible. This ended up taking us around 5,000 attempts. Now, if you guys don't know who @TophTalks is, make sure you guys go check him out. He's another GD creator that blew up at the same time as me that does the same kind of content. He beats levels as well as reacts to videos. Now, in the come up of both of us rising at the same time, people obviously put us against each other. It was a huge rivalry that a lot of people wanted to see throughout the community. What made this even better was the fact that Trick was coaching Toph. Now, I don't know if you guys hear how perfect this sounds, but that means that Trick, the second best player in the world, was coaching Toph. And ZOINK, the best player in the world, was coaching me. This sets up a perfect rivalry for us to push for the content. That's going to be a little more relevant later, but you guys are going to understand where I'm going with this. Now we are going to embark on the trip of Bloodbath, the craziest trip in the world. Now, guys, you guys might be wondering, where are we in the timeline right now? How far into the 90 days are we? Right now, currently, guys, we are 60 days into the video. When I was first posting these videos, I was only posting around 1 every 4 days, so I wasn't really grinding the game until I ended up playing levels past Rob Top. But yes, guys, Bloodbath ended up taking us 30 streams total. Bloodbath ended up taking us 30 streams total, so 30 days of Bloodbath. I was stressing and it was horrible. All right, guys, fast forward 10 days into our Bloodbath journey. This is where Toph is gonna make more sense. I ended up taking my first break from Bloodbath. It only ended up being like a day break, and it was purely just a rage bait. Toph talks. I ended up beating Future Funk in a couple streams purely to upset him because he was taking over 2 weeks. Guys, I know that was evil. I'm sorry, Toph. You're the GOAT, bro. You're the bros. You already know this, bro. But no, this wasn't even the first time I rage baited him, guys. I know, chill. The first time I did was actually when I beat Hell in only 30 minutes because he was taking days on that as well. Now, you guys are probably like, yes, this has to be the last time you rage baited him, right? Wrong.
Wrong.
The last time I ended up rage baiting Toph Talks was when I beat Supersonic. This was a couple days ago, guys, before I beat Bloodbath. Probably like a couple days before I beat Bloodbath, I ended up beating Supersonic in like 2 days, I think. Guys, I don't know. I was bored. The content, my subscribers wanted it. I do it for the subs. I do everything in name of the subscribers. And yes, this ended up being my last time dragging Bloodbath. The biggest tip Zoink ended up giving me on this journey, guys, the moment you guys have probably been waiting for the most. Some of the biggest tips he went over especially. 1, practicing longer levels to help with nerve control. Speed hacking duels or super fast parts so you can learn click patterns so that you can keep parts more consistent. 3, clicking with your whole wrist instead of clicking with your finger. As a visual demonstration for that, let's say that this is the table and this is the Sayo device. Most people have their wrist on the table and are pressing it like this. Lift your wrist up and click like this. It's more responsive, you can get faster, and it's just overall better experience. The other part he talked about majorly was getting enough sleep, as well as learning parts of the level every day. This specifically was so I could beat the level faster, and getting more sleep buffs was the way to that. A sleep buff is basically when your body enters REM sleep. Yes, it is silence and it is real. It's when your body enters REM sleep and you end up learning the level in your sleep. Exactly. Yes, it is literally sleep buff. But yes, Bloodbath ended up taking me a total of 50,000 attempts. Insanity. But it was overall fun and amazing journey. If you guys enjoyed this little recap of my channel so far and what I've accomplished in Geometry Dash as of now, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want to see in the videos. You already know we're not done. We're already on our next journey with Artificial Ascent. So make sure you guys subscribe and you guys join us for that. We're live almost every day. But until then, remember, God is always with you.